My name is Luta Laszlo and I work for Parents International. We have just started a global campaign to use the COVID-19 school closure experiences as leverage for parents and teachers working together on renewing education and especially schooling. And today I'm going to have an interview session with Dr. Aristidis Protopsaltis, who is going to talk with us about these experiences. Thank you, Aristidis, for accepting our invitation. And could you please introduce yourself first?
Thank you very much for the invitation, first of all, and I'm glad to be part of your campaign. My name is Aristidis Protopsaltis, and I work for the Institute of Learning and Innovation at the Friedrich Alexander Universität in Nuremberg, Erlangen-Nuremberg in Germany. And we're focusing on the use of technology and new pedagogies. We try to support schools and teachers, students of all levels actually in the use of technology and to advise them in the best way to do so. And I'm also the coordinator of a European project called Nemesis that assist the development of social innovation skills and the use of technology in all across Europe.
Thank you. And how do you think the experiences we had during this very difficult period can influence education and schooling for the better?
I think it's a very different times and very strange times actually for all of us, because all of a sudden we're asked to become teachers, to stay at home and do homeschooling to our children or support them. It's a difficult time for the teachers because they've seen the profession actually changing from the daily interaction with the children to non-interaction at the beginning, and then try to use technology to find new ways to interact with them, from simple tools like emails to more online lectures or tutorials or video explanations, and try to introduce new concepts and also produce some revisions. So I think it is strange, but at the same time, I think it might become an opportunity for many countries because they start realizing, especially regarding the technology, that there are different ways of using technology. Technology doesn't mean that passive interaction with a monitor. There are different ways of using technology. They can be done in a more fun way, can be done in synchronous or asynchronous way, so you can help the teachers and the students interact in a different way and also continue the learning process. And that's, I think, it's going to be an important outcome of the crisis regarding schools, but also even universities. And I think it shows that technology is a tool. It's not here to replace the teachers. It's not here actually to substitute anybody. It's to make life easier. And that actually goes both ways. Goes going to make life easier for the teachers, but also for the students. And something else, what I have seen from my own children, for example, is that they use technology in the spare time. They use technology now to communicate with their friends because they don't see each other during the quarantine, and they only interact online. And then you have part of their life becoming part of the learning process as well with the use of technology. And those things are becoming a lot closer, and people can see the value of it. So I think, yes, it's difficult times for everybody, but also I think it's a great opportunity for schools and in general for the educational system to take advantage of those technologies and start using them more actively and more substantially and with better results.
Thank you. And what do you think is the role of parents in using and introducing these new technologies to the learning process and involving them more cautiously or more awarely?
I think also many parents can be happily surprised with the use of technology because, first of all, they are asked to use those technologies in their work. Many of them for the first time, and I know, other countries are better prepared than others, but even in countries that technology is everywhere, like Germany, many people do not use them in the daily work life. So, but now because of the virus, they were forced to use them first in their work life and then for educational purposes. And I think they've realized the added value that technology, when used correctly, of course, can bring to the learning process, can bring to communication, and can make different subjects a lot more exciting. So I think having that experience, parents and parents committees across Europe might become a positive force in introducing or pushing for the introduction of new tools and new technologies in schools and supporting actually that introduction. I think that's going to be a positive outcome and something that will help both teachers and parents and will even make their communication a lot easier, a lot smoother, and more direct.
Thank you very much for your input and your thoughts, and thank you for taking part in our campaign.
Thank you very much for having me. Bye-bye.